Dilipal Patil, the State Home Minister, has tweeted saying that none of those rebel MLAs who are currently camping in Guwahati, their security that has been removed, because this was one of the threats and the concern that was cited by Eknath Shinde this morning, saying that this is an attempt rather that is being made to remove the security, the protection of the families of the rebel MLAs who are there in Guwahati, but their families who are back home in Maharashtra, they are at a certain risk. So these were the concerns rather that were raised by the Eknath Shinde camp. Eknath Shinde himself, Arunil, everything that has been said by Eknath Shinde is being counterclaimed by the State Home Minister.
Well, that is right. Maharashtra Home Minister Dilipal Patil refuting all those claims. But more importantly, I have an important development from the Eknath Shinde camp. Amitabh, we are understanding that the Eknath Shinde camp will be approaching the apex court. That is, the Supreme Court will be approached by Monday by the Eknath Shinde camp. Basically, a clear-cut no-confidence motion was moved by the Eknath Shinde camp against the Deputy Speaker of Maharashtra. However, still the process of suspension of the rebel MLAs, 16 rebel MLAs are to be suspended by the Deputy Speaker today. The process has been initiated. This has been done after a formal letter was given by the CM Uddhav Thackeray camp of the Shiv Sena. Now the Eknath Shinde camp will be approaching the apex court against the suspension that is likely to be issued by the Deputy Speaker. So yes, the last night also Eknath Shinde had a one-on-one meeting with all of his MLAs, particularly the Shiv Sena MLAs, to gauge their mood, to understand their mindset as well. He wanted to ensure that nobody basically makes a U-turn, because this is going to be a big fight. It is going to be fought on the roads because the Shiv Senics are clearly on the road. Tanaji Sawant's office being vandalized brutally in Pune. Eknath Shinde's himself office also been attacked in Pune. So these kind of efforts will be made, and Eknath Shinde basically has prepared the rebel MLAs, but mainly the fight is also going to be legally, and that is why Supreme Court will be approached by the Eknath Shinde camp by Monday. That's what we understand from our close sources from Guwahati.
Right, but because Arunil, while we were speaking with Mr. Eknath Shinde, he said कि ये बाद का मामला है. When he was questioned rather by Times Now's Pranesh Kumar Roy, where he had asked a certain question, will you be now approaching the Supreme Court next? He said कि ये बाद की बात है, अभी देखते हैं क्या होता है. So this is going to happen just before the Deputy CM, the Deputy Speaker, in fact, will be issuing those notices. Is this before those notices that will be issued, that Eknath Shinde and his camp will be approaching the top court?
Well, with the suspension of the 16 rebel MLAs, that is the Shiv Sena MLAs who have gone with Eknath Shinde, is very much on the cards today, because there were movements that were made yesterday. The Attorney General, basically Ashutosh Kumbhakone of representing the Maharashtra government, was basically in Vidhan Bhavan. He had a meeting with the Deputy Speaker. Similarly, Arvind Sawant, the senior Shiv Sena leader and spokesperson, was also very much present in that meeting. So yes, the decks are being cleared now. We understand that as many as 16 of those rebel MLAs, that also includes Eknath Shinde, are on the verge of suspension from the Deputy Speaker.
That remains to be seen if that suspension will be countered there, because the Eknath Shinde camp seems to be ready. They have been speaking to Times Now. Eknath Shinde, when he spoke to Times Now, he said that we know the law, we know the constitution, and we know that we have more than two-thirds majority here with us who are in Guwahati, and therefore the anti-defection law, the matter of disqualification does not arise. Let's get